to The Pack on the new Fame Music Radio, streaming to over 120 countries around the world from Johannesburg, South Africa. Join hosts George Hegelman and Wolfman each Friday evening, beginning at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, as they introduce the world to some of the best music on the planet with live interviews from the Wolfpack artists. The show is fun, insightful, energetic, and of course, you get to listen to some of the best, most awesome music around.
Yeah, especially Katie Thompson there with Impossible, Dead in the Water, as well as One Night Stand. And I would officially like to welcome Ruzz to Fame Music Radio and the family.
Thank you. Hello.
Great to have you on board together with us.
It's great to be on here.
Yeah. Okay, I have to ask you one question, Ruzz.
Go for it.
What's it like performing with Rebecca Hosking on stage? Do you get nervous or not?
No, I love it. It gives me a chance to really play more kind of complimentary guitar playing rather than what I usually do. Usually I'm the front man, it's my own band, so I'm the main kind of the main point of the band. It's nice to just sit back and be the side guy again with somebody as great as Rebecca.
Uh-oh. George?
Yeah.
Oh, whew. I thought that computer rebooted there for a minute.
No. All right, now, Ruzz.
You know that happens.
Yeah. All right. Now that you were all nice and polite about that, you can be truthful as well.
You're going to get a grumpy bird. Watch. They're going to... Ruzz, you watch. Helen will be flying a grumpy bird over here in about 5 seconds.
All right, Ruzz, before we get into you and your music, shall we let everybody hear exactly what your music sounds like?
Sure, go for it.
All right. Here is Burnout, and we'll be chatting with Ruzz after this. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, if you're not awake after that, then I don't know for sure.
There's another instrumental that you could play later on that will wake them up, believe me.
Okay, well, we get around to all of them, don't worry. Hey, that was great, super. I'm now totally wide awake.
You know, I was telling Ruzz that reminded me of the music in The Mask. Do you remember The Mask? Did you see that, George?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that for some reason.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, now, Helen, I want to know, why did I get a grumpy bird? I didn't say anything wrong yet.
I love how he always tries to play innocent.
There he goes.
Oh, well, listen, guys, Rebecca puts out there that what he meant to ask you is how bitchy is she on stage?
Not at all. If anything, we're both just as bitchy as each other, so it's fine. That's why we get on and work so well together.
So, Ruzz, tell us, when did you get into this fabulous business called music?
It must be about 10, 11 years ago. I started, well, maybe a bit more. I started playing bass at home, and Dad taught me a bit. Kind of just a few blues runs, and just practiced along to a couple of CDs, and then started going out to some blues jams in Bristol. And then just started playing around a few bands that were going around locally, and just decided almost instantly this is what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Haven't looked back since.
Oh, brilliant. All right. And your band consists of who now?
The lineup changes depending on the kind of gig we're doing, but primarily it's myself and my bassist Joe Allen, and then we kind of, at the moment, my brother Zachary Evans is playing drums for us every now and then, and then we just hire in any horn players that are available when we need some for some gigs, and different keys players, and there's a lot of fantastic session players around my area, so it's I'm very lucky. Yes, Rebecca, good luck indeed.
All right, for the listeners out there, Bristol is more or less where in the UK?
It's in the southwest. It's basically just on the edge of the southwest, next to Wales.
Okay. Ah, interesting
Now,
one.
Rebecca posted Gert Lush. Is that something UK-ish?
It's a Bristolian or kind of West Country slang. It basically means very nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I learned
Gert
a new
Lush.
word tonight.
Yeah, a lot of our friends in Bristol were teaching Rebecca a lot of Bristolian slang so that she can come back to the States and really confuse everybody. And I'm guessing it's working.
Oh, Rebecca and I were teaching Helen some English. Hey, Rebecca, do you think I should ask Ruzz to recite that line we taught Helen? Let me see what she comes back with.
You're going to get a grumpy bird as well, Wolfie.
No, I won't. American English, not English, but just American English.
Okay.
Oh, well, we gotta help each other out. I learned Gert Lush tonight.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful with George. He chops up some words.
Yeah, he does.
Me, never. No, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's laughing out loud right now at the moment. I'm waiting for a confirmation here.
Yeah, he probably would have said that fast and said grits.
I think he thought you said tits. I'm pretty sure where his mind might have gone. Oh man.
All
yeah,
right.
that's a southern thing, grits, George.
Yeah. I gathered that.
Oh, okay.
I am awake, you know.
Oh, okay. you don't have the Jack. You don't have the Jack Black tonight, do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh Lord. Okay. That means we gonna turn left after a while.
I thought we already did.
Oh, man. All right, Ruzz, now let's get back to you after all that nonsense. You'll get used to this, don't worry. We got a long way to go in the show.
That's cool.
So where are people going to be able to see you play or perform next?
I've mainly got a few shows around the UK next. I'm coming back over to the States at the end of January for the NAMM show, and then I think myself and Rebecca are going to be doing something in Nashville.
Oh,
okay.
So that'll be, I think I'll be in Nashville from the start of February, kind of end of January, start of February. So that's my next plans for the trip over.
Okay.
So the NAMM show is in Anaheim, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's is it January? The end of January?
Yeah, January 24th, 25th,
Somewhere
Okay.
around there.
somewhere around that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's,
that's just down the road from me.
oh, cool.
Maybe
I can't wait for that
when
one.
you say down the road, Wolfie, how many hours?
oh, not hours, George. It's less than an hour. I mean, it's half an hour. Well, it depends on the traffic.
Right,
You saw the
exactly.
pictures. I put those pictures up there, so it all depends on the traffic.
Well, you better get the beef going at that time so you can
Oh,
have
yeah.
home skillet over.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, do you like? Do you eat beef at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you some jerky then.
Awesome.
I'll have to personally hand it to you because if I ask Rebecca to, it'll never happen.
It'll never happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably best I have some of my anyway. She probably won't want to share.
That's exactly
Now
right.
you know that is sad. You're gonna have to make the man his own bag because somebody don't want to share. Wow.
Oh, man.
I'll have to make sure I have some.
Cool.
All right, so you, how long are you going to spend in the States, Ruzz?
It's just about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming over for the NAMM show because I when I was over in April earlier this year, I had the opportunity to finally meet Joe Carducci from Gretsch, and he offered to sort me and my partner some passes for NAMM.
Good.
So I couldn't pass that up.
Yeah, of course not.
Will that be promoting Gretsch?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I'd be there as a guest of Gretsch, and like I said to you earlier, I'm always promoting them as much as I can, and happy to do my bit. Being an endorsed artist, I couldn't be more honoured. So anything I can do to help.
No, all right.
Wow, Rebecca said that she actually might consider sharing with you, Ruzz. That's pretty cool.
Well, hey, you don't want snow in Nashville at this time of the year. Rebecca, calm down. Okay?
Oh my
So,
goodness.
Ruzz, we're talking about the guitars. What's so special
Yeah.
about these guitars that you play?
It's the sound of Gretsch guitars and the kind of the feel of them whenever I've played them. It's just, I don't know, something about them just spoke to me a lot more than other guitars. I just kind of fell in love with them. I've been playing them throughout my whole kind of professional career.
When you play them, does it matter? I mean, I kind of know the answer to this, but through different amps, do you have a preference?
I I mean, at the moment, I'm playing for a Fender Blues Deluxe. I really like my Gretsch through that amp. It really sounds good. But before that, my main amp was always a British amp, the Sound City Concorde from the early 70s.
Oh, okay, I know those.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, I've had to start retiring it now because I've been doing about 6 years solid gigging with it, and it's now starting to kind of give up on me. So into retirement it goes, and a fancy new Blues Deluxe it is.
Are those tube?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
those were nice.
Can't go wrong with them. Definitely not.
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's something about that. The Sound City I've always loved because it was just so easy to get such a nice tone out of. It literally had 3 controls on each channel: volume, bass, and treble, and it was just I plug in and there was the sound. And I always used to struggle with some other amps to find the sound I was looking for. And then this Blues Deluxe came along, and I plugged into that, and almost instantly there was the sound again. It's like, okay, I might have to stick with this one. It seems to be almost perfect.
Wow, that's good.
Hey, I think we need to listen to another number by Ruzz. And I'll tell you what, the number I've chosen that he sent me. Rebecca, are you listening? Before he arrives.
What?
The song title is Troubles on My Mind, featuring Pete Gage.
Trouble on my mind.
Oh, wow. Ruzz Evans there with featuring Peter Gage with Troubles on My Mind. And Rebecca,
Yeah.
I would never call you Trouble.
I see that he's disrespecting the Queen again. Hey, how'd you like that? How'd you like that song, Trouble?
Oh, it's really great.
I was commenting to Ruzz that I like that sound. It's got like that big band blues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that guy that's singing, how cool is that voice, huh?
Oh, he's incredible. I'd seen him live a fair few times around Bristol before I asked him if he'd guest on the album. But as soon as we got him in the studio and he started singing, it's just like, whoa, holy crap! It's like,
Yeah. That's a reaction I got. It was like, ooh, this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
So you were telling us while the song was playing, about this sound that you're kind of going after. You want to tell everybody about that?
yeah. It's two of my biggest guitar heroes are Jimmy Vaughan and Brian Setzer, and the whole kind of idea I've got for my band is trying to mix that kind of Jimmy Vaughan Texas blues style with the B.B. King style, and then chucking in the big band sound of the Brian Setzer Orchestra. It's just kind of, with all the influences I'm taking from all of them, it's just a kind of mashup that's going on in my head, and it sounds good to me. So
Yeah, no, it sounded great.
Yes, it did.
I think you're going in a good direction there.
oh, thank you.
Yeah. This is real awesome music that you put together. I'm thoroughly
Thank you.
enjoying it. Definitely.
I mean,
Thank you.
I could
Appreciate
see,
that.
doing a gig, everybody'd be out there, moving around, and just you'd
Yeah,
really
I
get
mean-
the crowd going.
I think the last we did a couple of festivals with the horn section, and they were great. But the best gig I think we did with them was my birthday back in February, and we packed the venue quite well, and the whole place was just going mental. It
Yeah.
was incredible. It's a very kind of infectious feeling when you get horns in a band like that. As soon as the horns start going, you just can't help but feel the need to move. It's like,
Yeah.
Did you? Now you used another word. You said the whole place was going what?
I can't remember what word I said now.
You said bendel or mental?
Mental.
Mental. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I heard that right.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, that's why I say, when I heard that first song, it reminded me of The Mask. I just remembered when
Yeah.
they were in the place there, and everybody's just getting down and having fun, and I could
Yeah.
see
I mean,
the whole
that's
place.
That's my idea with a lot of the stuff. I do write some stuff where it's more kind of, it's a little bit more listening involved. But I just think with this kind of music, you need to make it exciting and really grab people's attention. And it's just like you said, the stuff that was in The Mask. It just, that kind of music is just, it's awesome.
Yeah, Rebecca was saying that she saw a venue that you played. It was packed, and
Oh yeah.
she hadn't seen a show better than that one in a long, long time. So that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
She kept saying that to me as well. Yeah, I'm sure she was just being polite, but
Oh, yeah. No, Rebecca always builds her brownie points,
Oh boy, here's another grumpy bird. 5, 4, 3.
Oh, what was
2.
what was wrong with that? I mean, come on.
So at NAMM, are you playing? You're going to play there, I assume, right?
I've not got anything actually booked in, but I'm going to be hanging around the Gretsch booth a lot, so I'll be playing their guitars a lot.
Okay.
I
that'll be
got a couple
cool.
of friends that are coming over from Canada that I'm hoping I might be able to sit in with. So you never know.
Yeah.
Don't worry. If you start playing, you'll get a crowd around you.
I hope
Oh,
so.
yeah. Oh, you will, for sure. And
Boy, wouldn't it be cool if you could get a bunch of, like horns and stuff? Everybody'd be going over there.
Yeah, and it's what I'm slowly working towards, is trying to do the whole big band thing in the States. I was talking to my bass player about it, and we're kind of thinking with the first couple of trips over, we need to treat it as if we're starting afresh again and doing the trio stuff. But I'm thinking every now and then we do need to find some horns, because it just adds. I always find it adds a different level to what we're doing. It just makes the nights more fun.
Your timing is good for this too, I think. And I say that because I read a lot about how the younger people now are kind of going back.
Yeah.
Back into like the big band era. They're listening to stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this might be good timing on your part as well.
I think more so in the States, if I'm honest. It's as much as people really, really enjoy the gigs I do with it here, there's a lot of the more rock blues kind of stuff that's going around, and trying to cut through that is a little bit difficult at the minute. But everyone I've met from the States or worked with in the States or that have come over here they've just kept saying that I need to get out there more, because it seems to be more of an audience out there for what I'm doing than there is here.
Right.
So that's what I'm working on at the minute, is getting over a lot more regularly.
Yeah, good job. Now, I'll tell you what would be really impressive. I saw this video once of B.B. King. He was playing a show, and he snapped a string.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, so this guy brings him a string, and he strings it while he's playing. And that's cool.
I did something not too dissimilar from that back in January last year. I broke a string, and I was playing a gig with another band that were playing after us, and the guitarist from the other band noticed I broke a string, because you could see me pulling it off the guitar, and he ran to the back of the stage to grab his and hand it to me, and I just kind of thought, well, I've only got 3 songs left. Nah, it's alright, I'll go with 5 strings, it's fine. I just carried on.
Yeah.
Makes it more of a... I'm one of those kind of players, I like to challenge myself a bit more, and not having one of the strings there to rely on gave me that challenge. So I was like, no, I don't want your guitar, it's fine, I'll keep pushing through, I'll be fine.
But I just thought that was the coolest thing, though, because he strung that thing while he was playing. Yeah. He didn't stop playing, and he's stringing that string back on there. And
it's like singing while trying to get it up. I don't know how the hell he did that.
Turning it up, he just... Yeah. I mean, that was impressive. That's something I'll never forget.
Well, he's not known as the king of the blues for nothing, is he?
Yeah.
That's right.
True.
Jeez.
So, Ruzz, talking of performing, tell me, what is your most embarrassing moment on stage that ever happened to you?
Oh. Okay, well, there was this... Luckily it's not with my band, but there was this theatre show I was doing back in May for this rock and roll show. And I had this music stand with some notes written on, because I wasn't 100% sure on all the songs that they sent over. So I had this music stand stood in front of me, and they closed the curtains before we were going on, and they had some introduction with one of the guys that were in, one of the singers, I think it was talking to the audience before singing the first song. And as he got to a certain line, the curtains started opening. We were meant to start playing. Well, as the curtains opened, it grabbed my music stand and dragged it along the floor and tipped everything over. First song, I was thinking, oh, this is not good. I've got like 2 hours of this to get through. So I had to try and get through that first song and then pick up the music stand and rearrange my papers before the second song started into a full. It was luckily a fairly small theatre, but it was full. And it's like, first song, and already I've lost all the curtains, dragged my notes off. You could,
wow.
I could just imagine sitting in the audience and they're just watching me kind of watch the music stand go off. No.
Sound like that should have been in a commercial.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but luckily that kind of stuff doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope that when you're over there in the States, together with Rebecca, that you don't get under her spell. Under Your Spell there by Ruzz Evans. And if you haven't heard of him before, well, it's time to go and look him up on Google and go and purchase this fabulous music that he puts together. Hey, guys out there, come
Thank
on.
you.
Really. That was a brilliant number. And
Thank you.
Yeah, just listening to the lyrics, I can imagine you looking into Rebecca's eyes on stage. You know, she has those big brown eyes.
Yeah, here he comes.
I think Rebecca would be under the spell on that thing. That was a unbelievably good song, and there's so much going on in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was telling Ruzz that, I haven't heard a wah-wah in a long time, and it worked. It really worked.
It did.
Thank you.
Oh, definitely.
And you got that saxophone, you got that, that organ, that screaming organ. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said before, that was it's a track that's kind of influenced by a bit of Albert King kind of stuff, and then it just, once we started recording it, it just kind of took off on its own, and kind of the more we started adding into it, the better it started sounding. I mean, we really had to edit it a fair bit because there's so much good stuff that was all over it. We really had a hard task picking what to keep in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's one of the tracks I'm most happy with.
Oh.
Rebecca, this has got to be killing Rebecca not being on the show with us tonight.
I can just imagine her doing sign language, sitting on her couch at home there.
And what kind of sign language would that be, George?
Well, I know what I would be getting.
No, you just get the evil eye.
He would be getting more than the grumpy bird. He'd just be getting the bird. Oh, boy.
Oh, for sure. So, Ruzz, tell us.
How many?
Carry on, Wolfie.
How many songs have you got recorded now, Ruzz?
I've got another album we did back in 2015 of 10 tracks of our own, but it's kind of more of a demo thing that we use for getting gigs. This one I'm more proud of, which is why I'm really kind of pushing it off to a lot of people trying to get it heard.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name of this album?
It's called Burnout.
And it's is that one word or two words?
2 words.
I'm just going to see if I can Google this.
I mean, I'll put a link into the.
Here it is. Ruzz Evans Blues Review Home. Oh wait, that's the Blues Review. Okay.
Yeah,
that must be an online.
That's my band.
Oh, that is the band. Okay.
Yeah.
And so then from here you can find the link to buy.
Yeah, it's got links to get it on iTunes and Google Play, or you can buy the hard copy from us or download it straight from our website. I'd almost recommend straight from our website because it seems like iTunes are taking a lot more money than they should do from a lot of people. I know Rebecca's had issues with it.
They do.
But you can download it direct from our website, or we've got a Bandcamp page as well that you can download it from.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be better to download it straight from you. You get more of the proceeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boy, this is cool. You got that guy playing the old stand-up bass and all those horns.
He's really. I would definitely go as far as to say he's probably my favourite bass player that I've worked with. He's just incredible. He a lot of the songs that we've written, I come up with kind of a rough idea of what I'm going for. I take it to him. He chucks in some more fantastic ideas, and then in the studio he'll just get a random idea and go, "Ooh, let's try this," and it always works out perfectly. And he's just a great guy to work with. I really, really enjoy working with him.
Yeah, this is good. So you go to thebluesreview.com, click the music menu, and then you can buy the tracks singly, or you can buy the album.
Yeah.
And it's £7.99. I take it that's pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, and you take PayPal. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's the only way I like to pay for stuff. All right.
Hey, you
gonna be
guys
buying
out
that
there,
tonight.
I just see Rebecca put out that her and Ruzz have written several songs together. Well, I'll tell you
We
what.
have, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, I'm sure.
Ruzz, the next number I've got lined up to play of yours. Take a guess which track it is.
Oh my goodness. He can't even stop laughing.
I know. Spill the beans, George.
Feel like I'm doing time.
Oh, no.
time. Cause whatever's wrong with you, you know it ain't no fault of mine. I try to make you happy, but all you do is cry and moan. Try to make you happy, all you do is cry and moan. The way you acting, baby, you're gonna drive this man away from home.
Fabulous sounds there of Russ Evans with Feel Like I'm Doing Time and featuring Pete Gage. I tell you what, I have to say thank you to Rebecca, Wolfie and Keith and, for introducing Ruzz to us.
Hey, I just went and bought the album, George.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I just love this music. I really do.
For all of us in the U.S., $7.99 British pounds converts to $11.02. That is a steal. So go down and go to thebluesreview.com, click the music menu, and download the album. This is really good stuff you've got here.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Absolutely outstanding.
You know what?
Homeschool, you have good taste, girl.
Oh, she does.
Yep.
Definitely. You know what? If Ruzz was ever to appear in a concert here in South Africa, I'd go out of my way to come and sit and watch you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Wow.
I think Rebecca's getting better now. It's got to be this good music.
Wonder whether she can talk yet or not.
I don't know, but her fever.
Amazing, Rebecca. He is amazing.
Her fever is breaking, so that's good. That's a good thing. That's when you're starting to get better.
It's UK therapy. That's what that is.
Tony from It's Glasgow, right,
Yep.
George?
Yep.
From Celtic Music
Correct.
FM.
Yep.
He's really loving these blues songs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so very awesome.
Yeah. So maybe Tony will get in touch with you, Ruzz.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, why not? You can put some of your music onto his show that he has there. Definitely.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to send anything he wants.
Yeah. There you go, Tony.
Man, this is really cool stuff. We're going to have a new British invasion again. This thing happened in the 60s, and now it's coming around again. This is good. I love it.
Tell me, Ruzz, what gives you the inspiration to write this music of yours?
To be honest, I don't know. I've grown up with it, so it's always been around me for as long as I can remember. So it just feels natural to play this music and to write it. A lot of the time, I'll get inspiration from listening to something else, or there's a song that myself and my partner wrote called "Miss My Friend" that I sat around a mutual friends of mine and Rebecca's while Rebecca was over here, and we were having a couple of drinks, and he just came out with a line saying, "My wife ran off with my friend. I miss my friend." I just thought, that's just, you've got to write a comedy song about that. So, yeah. I mean, that was a great inspiration for a new song. But half the time, sometimes it just hits me, or I'll be noodling around on the guitar and a riff will come out, and I just think, ooh, that sounds all right. And I'll try and develop it into something. But there's no one explanation of kind of where it comes from. It just happens.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, well, it's good when it happens for some people.
Hey, it's a gift,
It is. So
music-wise, it comes fairly easy for me. Lyric-wise, it's a little bit more of a challenge, but so I'm very grateful that Rebecca wants to write with me, because she's just fantastic at coming up with lyrics.
Oh man,
yeah, she is a songwriting machine. That girl.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
She's been round our place a couple of times, and we started writing songs, and I'll be sat thinking for ages, and she goes, "Right, I've got this." It's like, whoa, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah,
it's great because it means there's one song that she wrote lyrics for and sent it over to me, and it meant that I could read the lyrics and come up with the music that I could hear from it, which I really enjoy doing. So yeah, I love working with her.
it's interesting how we talk to different artists and we kind of find out how they approach songwriting, and everybody's different,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was Katie. She's one of our country artists from New Zealand that we play a lot, but
yeah,
she was mentioning earlier yesterday or today that when she writes songs, she has to do everything at the same time. That's just the way it works for her. She's got to, write it, arrange it, perform it, do it all at once, or it just doesn't work.
Mhm.
yeah,
And then we were talking to Aaron a year or two back, and Aaron does object-oriented songwriting. She chooses an object and then develops a song around that. And then there's people like you where it just comes, it's there.
yeah.
And I don't know.
There's a new song I've started writing for this next album that I messaged Rebecca earlier on, I think it was, about it, with just a couple of ideas, and it's just from listening to the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and it just hit me. It's like, ooh, there's an idea for a song. So I just started trying to develop it, and yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, man, I just had
That's
to tell
valid.
Rebecca, good find.
Yep, that's a man with talent right there.
Thank you.
Pat yourself on the back. Girl, you did good.
For sure. Well, I tell you what, Ruzz, tell us a little bit about this number of yours. Ain't Nothing Wrong with the Blues.
That's a song that I wrote last summer, summer in 2016, and it was kind of written as a little dig at the rockabilly scene here, because I used to play in a few rockabilly bands, and I used to get a fair few complaints about my playing because I was putting the blues back into the music, whereas they kind of, to me, felt like they took it out.
Oh.
And it's basically, whenever you say blues to a lot of these people, they got a kind of misconception of what it's going to be, and then a lot of them kind of dismiss it straight away. They won't give it the time of day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it was me just kind of letting it out. Finally, just said, there's nothing wrong with it. Just listen to it, for God. You might like it. You never know.
Of course.
But yeah.
All right. Well, folks out there, here is Ruzz Evans with Ain't Nothing Wrong with the Blues.
This bad
there definitely ain't nothing wrong with the blues. And once again, a very good morning, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you may be listening around the world right now. And
are you awake yet?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I was about to say,
you must have been shaking your ass on that one, George.
I was. I was moving around the studio
right out of my
you
mouth.
believe.
I was just imagining George and looking at his hair all messed up. Oh my goodness. That's why I'm sitting over here chuckling.
Oh man. So Ruzz, when do you intend to release your next album out there?
The next album, it's not going to be released till the end of next year.
Okay.
Because we've got a lot of plans in the works for various tours and gigs and stuff. So we're also trying to make the album a bit bigger than this last one. So it's going to take a bit more work. We're intended to have a bigger horn section, some more keys, backing vocals. Really pushing it up another gear.
Wow. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm going to look forward to when that album comes out. Hey, Wolfie?
The next one? Or this one?
No, the next one.
I want to enjoy this one first.
Oh, yeah. No, we're going to enjoy this one. As a matter of fact, I'm definitely going to include some of these tracks into my shows tomorrow and Sunday. You know, on the Sunday show as well as the Rendezvous show tomorrow afternoon.
You should.
Oh, talking of the Rendezvous really show, Wolfie, I'll make your day for you. You know that young lady, Kalafan Day, that local artist of ours here?
Oh, I know her.
She will be coming to chat with me during the Rendezvous show either, next week Sunday or the week thereafter.
Behave yourself.
No. Why should I?
Who are you talking to? Come on.
Oh, you better show Keith who Calais is, George.
Oh, okay. I will show Keith who Calais is. Well, I'll tell you what. After we finish with Ruzz and his music, I will actually play you guys a triple play of hers out there. How's that?
Okay.
That'll put Keith in the right mood for the evening, for sure. Yeah, I happened to go and see her last night and go and chat with her. And she's about to release a brand new album. And I said to her, well, why don't we do the release during the Rendezvous show? So, Wolfie, eat your heart out.
Hey, Ruzz, I just had an idea.
Yeah.
You should contact some big corporations, and I'm thinking about doing Christmas parties.
Yeah.
Because I worked for Toyota for a lot of years, and they would put on a big Christmas party. And so what they would do is they would rent out a big hotel like the Biltmore or something, and there would be a lot of bands, like there'd be jazz in one room, rock in another room, and but you could really get some good exposure at some big, like Christmas parties from these big corporations.
Yeah, I mean we kind of thought about it for this country. The problem is it's not always that many companies that would pay for that in this country.
But maybe over here.
Oh, over there, definitely. I just want to be playing in the States as much as I possibly can. So anything that comes in, I'm right up for it. So I'm up for that.
Yeah, I mean, the holiday parties.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, they're going to do that. They're going to have bands. They're going to have. They'll probably have DJs too, but there's a lot of, and like Rebecca says, good money in corporate events in the U.S.
Yeah.
She's right.
Yeah. Well,
so that's a good idea.
Up for it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Very good idea. Just got to make sure that I'm over at the right time of the year.
Well, start now. Now for next year.
For next year,
yeah.
right?
And then I think you'd be all set if you start now. Just send them your stuff.
Yeah, definitely look into it.
Try to find out who the people are that are in charge of that, and then just go from there.
Yeah. I think that's going to be my task on Monday. Monday's admin.
We can be your roadies.
That's me.
I knew there was a twist in the tale.
But George, you're too far away. You can't come.
We'll have to do the pack show live from wherever this is. That's all right. We'll get out there and we'll dance for you, George.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, that would be fun. That'd be a hell of a treat, for any company, any corporation. They would have a lot of happy employees if you went and played for them.
I hope so. I hope so, yeah.
Wow. I can just imagine. Okay. Moving on, George.
Yeah, well, shall we play Moving On?
Go for it.
Oh, Andrea's the roadie. Sorry, Road. But you can have more than one roadie, can't you? You can have a lot of roadies. You don't need just one.
Get the job done quicker with a load of them.
Keith and I can be the guys that keep all these women off you that are going to go crazy over you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just stand there and we'll say, okay, how much you got?
I'll put on my fedora and sunglasses and have my stogie. And
Yeah, that's right.
Pull my sunglasses out. Yes, little lady.
I can see it now.
Yeah, especially Keith with his halo over his head,
Oh, I
Okay,
have
so-
it tilted.
so then we
I
don't
have
have
it
to be
tilted to the
roadies.
side, George. How cool is that?
We'll be the security, Keith. We won't be the roadies.
Yeah, from his album is Russ Evans with Moving On.
This game you've been playing has been going on a long
Okay, moving on there by Russ Evans. And once again, folks, fabulous music, and do yourselves a favor. Go and look for Russ Evans out there and purchase his album. You will not be sorry, that's for sure.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, everything we've heard so far has just been outstanding.
Oh, thank you.
Really like what you've been. You've got a great sound.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah,
and this is cool because we haven't heard a sound like this.
I've had a couple of people say that to me. I don't feel personally that I'm doing anything too different. I don't know.
I don't know. It is. I mean, it's a collective thing, you know.
Yeah. People seem to like it, so that's good enough for me.
But
so as people like it.
I could see if you're playing a live show, this has got to be so much fun if you're in the audience.
I would hope so. It's fun being up on stage with it. Definitely is.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, we're trying to work out some more opportunities to do some live feeds from some of those gigs. I think we got plans kind of in the works to hopefully, when we do the album launch party, to actually broadcast that live as well, so that everybody in the States and around the world that would want to catch it can actually watch it live.
Well, even if you can't do it live, if you could get it on video that you could release later on YouTube, that's a good thing to do too, because that'll never go away.
Yeah, we got a few videos on YouTube, but nothing like majorly professional. It's just Andrea's filmed from the audience while we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I try and get as much as I can onto YouTube. It's definitely the thing I'm most proud of is putting that lineup together. So I'm just trying to get it everywhere.
So George, Treska must have woken up and she loved that last song you played.
Oh, it was good, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the music.
She loves the guitar playing.
You know, there's one number I have not played, and doesn't matter. Must leave something over for the people to go and purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, once you hear it, you want to hear it again and again and again and again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But the last one is another instrumental of mine. It's a faster instrumental that I was sitting on the riff for about 5 years and just couldn't finish it, and all of a sudden, just before we went in to record it, it kind of finished itself, and I was quite lucky that I managed to give it its first airing in Nashville with Rebecca back in April.
Oh.
Just acoustically on my own. There's videos on YouTube of that gig. It's kind of a country chicken picking sort of instrumental.
Well,
can you imagine cleaning your house to this? You'd have a shiny house. It'd be shiny really fast.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll play the last number. How's that? It's entitled Dirt Track. Now, I don't know why you gave it that title.
To be honest, I don't know either. It's a fast chicken picking sounding song, and I don't know, it just kind of like a racing dirt track. It just kind of fits. But, well,
hey, that works.
It works, yeah.
All right, well, let's have a listen. Here it is.